This is called Dick at Work. Bill, I work with a hoarder. On top of that, the dude seems to pride himself on saying chilling stuff that makes your head shake. He's also one of those guys that throws everyone else under the bus when he's called out by the manager for his mess. Example of douche chilling sayings. The first day we were in our current office, he walks up to a group of us and sees that we're doing the getting to know you banter. He opens up with a supposed story from his frat days that ended up with him naked with a mayonnaise jar. Jesus Christ. Example, I like how this guy is just really very efficient. Example of under the bus throwing. Commencing. Example of under the bus throwing. All right, here we go. When he was told why he has so much stuff, he pointed out my friend's cubicle. Oh, when he was asked, you mean? When he was asked why he has so much stuff, I guess, in his work area. He pointed out my friend's cubicle that had a bunch of Batman stuff tastefully decorating the desk and wall. Someone else had Mickey Mouse stuff in the same way, which he dismissed as Disneyland. Oh, he's one of those guys. Dude, first of all, can we get to your friends who have, I can see if a female has Mickey Mouse stuff. You know what I mean? That's always creepy, isn't it? You know that the girl who's adult, fully developed, gone through puberty, and actually has a car payment and still acts like they're fucking 8 years old. And I always thought that was creepy. You go to hook up with them and they have stuffed animals on their baby, my little wookie pokey, right? So listen to this. Last week, I did Loveline with Psycho Mike and Dr. Drew. I had a great time on the show. And I was absolutely fucking blown away by just the advice Dr. Drew gives and how he gets right to the root of the problem. And then, like, his Hannibal Lecter ability. Remember fucking Silence of the Lambs, where he would just look at somebody's shoes and could tell what the fuck happened to them when they were, like, 11? Like, Dr. Drew was doing that shit. Like, some girl called up. Fuck it, I might as well tell the story. She calls up. And like, hey, you're on Loveline, you know what's going on? And then she's just like,
yeah, when my boyfriend tries to have sex with me, it like really hurts. It like, it like really, really hurts.
And right off the bat, he goes, what happened to you when you were 6? And basically figured out that right around that, she didn't admit it. He asked if she had ever been touched. Here I am laughing at that. I'm not laughing at this shit. I was just blown away. You know, he asked her, he said, no. And she was like,
I wasn't touched, but my cousins were touched, and I had to go to the trial and fucking.
And I asked him, I was like, how the fuck did you do that? And he goes, when I heard her, I heard a 6-year-old. The way she talked, I heard a fucking 6-year-old. And sometimes when that shit happens, you know, it's so overwhelming that there's arrested development or something is what he said. So, having seen that, I mean, maybe I'm now, typical moron. That's what I do. I stand next to a smart guy for 30 seconds and then try to rephrase what the fuck he just said and try to appear smart myself. But now there's a whole new level of being creeped out when, you see girls like that. And that was always the vibe I felt. Like, can you, those, you go into their fucking bedroom and it's like a little girl's room. And it's like, can you get that fucking stuff off of your bed? Like the whole thing is like pink. I mean, I don't know if I'm just fucking, just connecting dots now that don't even fucking exist. But now I'm looking back and all these fucking, on those, that fucking old guy, the Playboy Mansion, who have those, they walk around with those stupid fucking high heels with the fuzzy pink shit, the fur on it, talking like they're little girls. Is that what that means? It's fucking beyond creepy. So at this point, because of that little moment on Loveline, if I saw somebody and they had like a bunch of Mickey Mouse shit, I would first figure out if I don't know. Like, what's with the Batman thing? You know, what's with that guy? He has all this Batman stuff. Did he get fucking diddled when he was reading a comic book when he was 9? So now he has this Arrested Development that now he's actually fucking at work. And he's sitting in there doing this adult job. But in his head, just trying to block out the trauma that happened in his head, he just has just playing on a loop, non-fucking stop. Batman. You know, there's man in there. Batman. Batman. That's just fucking weird to me. Do I have anything like that? I don't. Oh, there goes that fucking theory. All right, plowing ahead. As to the hoarding, his work area is ridiculous and something of a tourist highlight. And when anyone visits our office, something of a tourist highlight when anyone visits our office. We work in four-man areas, and since no one wants to sit with them, he's taken the initiative to expand his rubbish empire over the entire area. The dude has a problem. Since our last supervisor tried to make an example of him by banishing him to a work site with no desk and just a locker, lo and behold, word got back to us that he started a new nest of garbage by the lockers. Why don't they just fire this guy? I don't know, whatever. It just keeps going on and on with this fucking guy and his goddamn trash. You know what this reminds you? You guys ever haze anybody at work? I used to work in this warehouse. And we were a bunch of fucking maniacs, and all day long, all we did was break balls. I've told you this shit before, because we were basically mentally smart enough to work in a warehouse by the time you were in third grade. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be 10 boxes, according to the packing list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sorry, Sesame Street flashback. So we used to fuck around all the time, and our manager had no control over us. You know, we didn't respect him. We knew he wasn't going to fire us. He didn't have the goddamn heart. And at the end of the day, we got our fucking job done. So he decides that the problem is that we're all too fucking young. There's a level of immaturity out there because we were all in our early 20s that he should hire. He hired this 38-year-old guy. I actually remember his name, but I'm not going to I don't name names on this shit. And Jesus Christ, that fucking guy's almost 60. He was like 38, and that was 22 fucking years ago. He's 60. What the fuck? So anyways, this guy drove a fucking sky blue Chevy Cavalier station wagon, 4-door, bare bones, factory fucking rims. The car was like 3 years old. He had 8,000 miles on it. All right? And this guy was a weirdo, and he had these fucking glasses, these black frame glasses that nobody wore in the 80s. So we immediately started calling him Woody. We'd be, hey, Woody, how many boxes we get over there? And this guy was just bizarre. And he'd come over, why you call me Woody? Are you trying to bring me down? So he kept saying, you trying to bring me down? Did I already tell this fucking story? This sounds oddly familiar to me. So we would just fuck with him. We would just be like, okay, at 4:31 today, everybody just start going, Woody, 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 and that's what we would do. He'd be picking orders down in the warehouse area, and we would all be picking orders with him, and then out of nowhere, we would just start going, Woody, 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 at the top of our fucking lungs. I know it's fucking sophomoric, but we wouldn't say it to him. We would just fucking it was really passive-aggressive because he already talked to management about us calling him Woody. So it's like, dude, we're not calling you Woody. We're just going, Woody, 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 Woody. Look, in your vicinity. So we do the same thing. You trying to bring me down? You trying to bring me down? So eventually we hazed this guy so much that he fucking quit, right? He and his little Chevy Cavalier fucking 4-door sky blue bare bone station wagon drove right out. In the back of my head, I was like, you know what? I got a bad feeling that motherfucker's coming back. It was right around the time when people first started going postal. So it wasn't enough that we actually drove this guy out of work. One of the fucking maniacs I worked with somehow got the guy's home phone number. And the following week, he still didn't have a job. And he picked up the phone. He's like, hello. And there was 10 of us standing around the phone, and we all go, Woody, 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 Woody. And I always pictured him slamming the phone down and then looking up like that dude in A Clockwork Orange when he realizes the dude who came and fucking kicked the shit out of him came back. That's kind of an ugly story, isn't it? For as much as people sit there and they talk about this cyberbullying and all this type of shit and how fucking horrible it is, which it is, obviously, I don't like how everybody tries to act like they were a victim. Weren't you a little bit of both? Because I know I used to get bullied. Jesus Christ, walking up the street looking like fucking that kid on the Family Griffith. What the fuck is that? The hell, Andy Griffith. How did I come up with the Family Griffith? My fucking brain is mush. Yeah, people immediately came walking up the street. My hair was orange when I was growing up. Think I didn't get the shit kicked out of me? But then, I got a little bit bigger. I got a couple more freckles. I got some more confidence, and I just started picking on kids who were younger than I was. So now whenever I see those goddamn stories, I don't know. I see both sides of it. I just see like, yeah, you shouldn't have fucking done that. But I don't judge the bully because I did shit like that. No? You guys didn't do shit like that? Go fuck yourselves. All right, why don't you guys do? You know what? That's the theme of this whole podcast. Everybody can go fuck themselves. Just put me off in such a goddamn move. You might want to make that a priority. Anyways.